Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Assassin's Creed Revelations, new live stream, I would say. Yeah, we're gonna finish it, and hopefully my internet holds up. I'm too fair, I've been using the same internet for the last 2 streams, and it went perfectly the first stream. Last stream it went down for like about a minute or so, then came back pretty soon afterwards, so hopefully no issues tonight. We'll see. Why am I struggling to find the fucking game? Where the fuck is Revelations? Doesn't that, like, it's like one of the last things that comes up when you type in Assassin's Creed. Whatever. There we go. Hopefully. There we go. Alright, so, yeah, we got, Australian Survivor episode, we got a lot of BBCAN, we got, Survivor 42 obviously just aired last time we streamed, but we can talk more about that. Been playing some games here and there. I recorded my challenge. What was it? My challenge season ranking. So that's something. And yeah, I'm working on the Australian Survivor review. And I also started my rewatch of Big Brother 3. So in terms of the channel, that's pretty much everything that's going on right now. So, yeah. Felt really bad for Jordan. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely screwed over. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, I would feel bad if, like, he knew anything about him. It's like kind of like a Jay Bruno situation where it's like, confess. Like, I don't really care that much because, like, I don't even know who the fuck this guy is.
I do not need to.
Like, yeah, it obviously sucks about the game that way.
I found that thing. Someone gave it. Get your story straight before you lie to my face.
Sequel. I got, like, what the fuck is going on Big Brother Canada? And, like, I feel like a lot, like, this is, like, the second season in a row where we're just getting, like, a really, like, like, I don't know, like, it's just a train wreck of a season. Next time. It's like the second season in a row where there's, like, not really that good of a player in sight. But again, insane that Kyle's going home despite his #1 ally winning HOH, but whatever. Will I do a ranking every firemaking challenge? Yes. Actually, that was a video that was on the schedule for a bit, but I did take it off in favor of something else. I don't remember what that video is. Oh, it was the jury speech video. So yeah, I swapped those, but yeah, I'll definitely do firemaking challenge at some point. The main reason I haven't is, well, there's a couple things. One, it's a time-sensitive video, because, like, now we're at the point where, like, every season has a fire-making challenge, so I can't just, like, willy-nilly make the video. It's like, for this, like, I for sure need to wait until at least 42 is done, if I were to make that video, because it's not going to come out before 42 is done anyway. But also, it's like, I feel like there's probably other topics I'm more apt to do, but yeah, I'll definitely do it at some point. This was going to be a lame BBCAN week. I don't think so. Like, this is the thing. Like, a lot of people were, like, upset that Gino won. I was never upset that Gino won. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's like, again, to have someone that's now in the new minority, someone that was just blindsided the last vote, that should lead to some, like, inner fighting between the newly formed majority. So I was never down on Gino HOH. I think the problem is that it was Gino. And Gino's fucking boring, and, like, is actively trying to make the show boring until he's, like, fucking everything up now, but, like, he's, like, this person that's, like, trying not to talk strategy and everything, like, told everyone to not talk strategy for the first day or whatever, but, yeah, that's obviously becoming a pretty insane week at this point. Dane does not need to worry about losing his crown anytime soon, yeah. The thing is, like, I'm wondering now, like, is BBCAN actively casting bad players? I feel like that's the point that we're at. Where, like, I feel like that's what they're doing. Where, like, they're actively casting bad players, but players that are still active in the game. So it's like you're getting, like, a lot of, like, crazy, bombastic gameplay, but, like, no one's actually playing well. And, like, we've had this for, like, 2 seasons in a row now. And, I guess you could argue, like, someone like who's playing well? I guess Summer. I guess. Like, maybe Kevin. I guess Herman. Even though Herman's like, Herman's like playing well. It's just that he's not in the greatest position despite playing well. But yeah, it's like I don't know what the fuck's going on with this season. Also, something I find hilarious is if you follow the stock watch for Big Brother Canada from RHAP, expect me at the bottom. I went all in on Kyle again, so I'm probably going to be at the bottom. Not the very bottom, because I made a move to where I was above the other people that went all in on Kyle last week, but I'm probably going to be a few spots from the bottom, I would guess. But whatever, it's fine. Why to go all in on Kyle? Because he makes money as long as he doesn't get a 1. And actually, to be fair, like, there's at least still semblance of a chance that I make money. It's just that it's gonna be like 6. I don't see any way he's higher than 2. So at that point, I would only make 6%. The only way he loses money is if he gets a 1 again, which was very, very unlikely. And to be fair, if it wasn't for him being nominated again this week, he for sure wouldn't have been a 1. But now that he's getting nominated, probably going home, then I'm probably going to lose all my money again. But whatever. But I did go all in on Kyle the first week, and I felt like that was a good play at that point. Because again, we were so close to having Kyle solidify the power structure, be a dominant figure for the season, and he just fucking ruins it. But yeah. So, not looking good for Stockwatch for me. Definitely the worst I've ever done in Stockwatch. Where I think, like, BBCAN10, I almost won. Like, BBCAN10, I was literally in the top 5 pretty much for most of the season. And then, like, I made the mistake of when Tina went home, I held on to Tina for, like, a round too long. And, like, that lost me a good chunk of money where, like, I end up in, like, 200th place or something, 100th place, something like that. But, like, I did really well BBCAN9, but yeah, BBCAN10 is just not the season for me, I guess. Yeah, Kyle had a lot of potential coming into the season. And to be fair, I saw the red flags before the season. Like, having... I watched Taron Armstrong's stream where he revisited Kyle Moore playing Among Us. And... there were a lot of red flags during that, but it's like after we were in week 2, like despite there still being red flags, it was still like, it still seemed like he was positioned to do very good, but nope. I think Tanisha will drag Summer down. I think potentially. Tanisha's also one that I'm kind of underwhelmed with her as a player. Or like I think she has the chops. It's just that she's not playing. Like she's not actively playing at this point. And like that's the kind of more annoying thing, to where like she's for some reason being like the big target in front of Summer, despite Summer being the one that's playing more actively. Which to be fair, that's why Summer is more safe, is because she is more actively playing. She is building these relationships. But even then, like I don't think Summer's playing that well either. Like Summer's like really one of these people that's like being benefited by the mistakes of other people. And like while with Gino, you can at least credit her with her putting up Kyle. The fact that she's like one of the only people that was campaigning to get Kyle on the block, but also it's like Gino didn't want, like the work that Summer was doing with Gino made him not want to do it. Like he was actively talking about like how upset he was that she was trying to make him put up Kyle. So it's like I don't know, whatever. No one's playing well. Kyle would have been better if he never had HOH. Yes, 100%. To be fair, he has not played this week well, like outside of like after his HOH obviously, but yeah, I mean really like him becoming HOH really squandered everything. And to be fair, a lot of him not playing well this week is his reaction to what happened last week, and him like just kind of annoying everyone with how he's not like really owning up to like him acting like really cocky and whatnot last round. Yeah, I mean, again, like me saying that there's no good players, that's not saying that this is a bad season. This is a really, like, so far, this is a very strong season of BBCAN. Like, it's up there with BBCAN9. I think it's a very similar style of season. I think this one's even more chaotic in the sense that there's no solid power structure. Where, like, at least with BBCAN9, it's like, there were these two sides. There was the other Kyle Moore side, I don't remember what they were called. Like, Kyle Moore, Rowe, Austin, Braden. And you had the Sunsetter side, and you had like Tina and Tara riding the middle. And then a lot of the craziness came from Was it Oddballs? Okay. But yeah, a lot of the craziness came from, well, I mean, I guess a couple things, but really, like, Victoria and Kiefer, these people that are, like, kind of on the outsides of these groups, like, kind of winning power a lot. And then also you had Jed, well, the trio, like, really just being a clusterfuck of a trio, where they couldn't make a fucking decision. But yeah, it's like, with this season, it's like, there's no power structure. Like, yeah, there are, like, individual groups, but it's like, every single time there's a power structure that seems to be forming, it gets, like, crumbled pretty quickly afterwards. So, we'll see. I mean, like, it does seem like there is this, was it Gino, Marty, JL, and Josh, right? I think that's a group that's currently forming. Obviously, like, Summer, Tanisha, Betty are a group. Like Helena and Kevin are kind of like a side, or not side, but like kind of their own group that's like playing the middle there. I'll say also very underwhelmed Helena as a player, where I feel like she's just being way too passive. Like, this was such a perfect situation for her to have Kyle blow up her game, blow up the game and everything, but then she just does not take advantage of it.
No.
Marty's doing, like, not well. I mean, he's not doing well, but he is at the same time. It's kind of weird, where it's like coming into this week in particular. Like, I think his move to vote out Steph was really terrible. Like, the fact that he is, like, pretty much, despite the fact that, like, the vote was already flipped, by him flipping and then, like, not really taking the time to, like, manage his relationship with Gino and Kyle afterwards. Like, it's really, like, he kind of, like, puts all the blame onto himself, despite him being, like, the person that deserves, like, the least amount of blame, considering the vote was already flipped. So, like, he played the first, like, part of this week really poorly. But then, like, now he seems to be recovering a bit. And even then, like, even if he was on the block, I don't know if he would have gone home against Jess, where I believe the majority of the House was thinking of voting out Jess over Marty, including people that should be voting with Jess, like people like a Josh, and I mean, I guess Kevin and Helena, I guess they're probably better off. I mean, I don't know. That one's kind of like an iffy one, where they have allegiances to both of them. But, yeah. Hey, Trouty45. Have I heard of? Oh my God, this is a long post. Secret Saboteurs? I have not. Original YouTube show.
We should use it. Stand back. Give me some room.
Like, how's the production quality on it? Is it like a? Oh, Truett. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Truett. Yeah. BBCAN. That's the first thing we're talking about, I guess. Again, really just insane. Like, the fact that, again, like, Gino puts up two of his biggest allies over the course of this week as well. It's like the fact, like, Gino is playing this week, like I don't even know, like, it is poorly, but, like, also, like he's playing very suboptimally, but it's like, it's not actually, like, biting him in the butt just yet. Where, like, he doesn't seem to be poorly positioned after this week, but he is getting rid of pretty much his number one ally. He put up Marty on the block, his number two ally, in a position where, like, he didn't want Marty to go home. And to be fair, that is playing a part into them getting back together now, where, like, they've kind of got back together in the sense that they're like playing up this like rivalry or whatever with them. But people are comparing it to Ryan BBCAN10. I can see it. I think Kyle is like more of a social pariah than Andrew was. I don't remember though. Maybe Andrew was more of a social, or like was a big social pariah as well. Like, I know, like, people didn't like that he was, like, trying to flip the game on the first vote and everything, but I don't think it was, like, to this extent where, like, pretty much all the big players do want Kyle out. Well, like, I think with Andrew, it was more so, like, he's just, like, an easy target. While I feel with Kyle, it's, like, they legitimately, like, want him out. But yeah, it's definitely a similar thing. Okay. Yeah, I found that funny too. I didn't even think that was like a possibility, but yeah, Australian Survivor auction is in this episode, like the day after my U.S. auction video. By the way, I would like to do a video talking about the international auctions too, but again, don't know when that'll actually be. Is it the right move for Gino to put up Kyle? No. Like 100% no. Like I don't think there's a world where it is. Because again, like the reason he's doing it obviously is to try to gain trust with the other side and make them not target him. But the thing is, like, they're not going to target him if Kyle's in the house either. And also, if Kyle's in the house, he keeps around someone that is mostly loyal to him. Now, obviously, you are in the house where you don't have all the information, so you don't necessarily know that Kyle is truly loyal to you. But we know from outside the house that like Kyle is pretty much loyal to Gino. But yeah, I mean, it's not great. Yeah, I did watch Australian Survivor. It was like, to be honest, like I did not enjoy most of the episode, but then like obviously the tribal was amazing. But it's like also the tribal was amazing because they like forced in this twist that or this advantage that like was pretty much like handed to the Purgatory 3. Now I'm not saying that I think it was rigged or anything that they got it, but obviously like the inclusion of it here is perfect for this 3-person group that's coming back into the game. This twist that makes it so 3 people get kicked out of tribal, and that makes it so the Purgatory 3 will, no matter what, at least have half the numbers at tribal, to where they're at least going to rocks. So, I mean, yeah, it's like obviously a pretty overpowered twist in this specific situation. But yeah, I mean, it was still a fun tribal. In saying that Sam doesn't go home, not that it doesn't make strategic sense. Obviously, it makes strategic sense that they go for Jordan here. But I was actually expecting Sam to go home. I was a bit surprised by that, just because like again, Sam's been getting obviously this pretty negative edit for a while. It does feel like they've kind of really gone all in on her being like the more villainous figure of the season. So I am anticipating a downfall, but like we're at the point where it's like, is it ever going to actually happen? Where I put Jordan in my player ranking, I think he's 3 of the boots so far, or maybe he's 2. I think I put him right behind Jesse. Out of the people, obviously this is out of the people booted so far. In terms of my power ranking coming into this episode, he was number 9 out of 9. But, yeah. This episode was the first that people with the same name got votes. What are you talking about, Jordy and Jordan? What is Jordy, like, is Jordy just Jordan? Or is he actually named Jordy? Is the Purgatory 3 getting the final 3? No, I think there are 2 of the next 3 boots at least. Like, they're for sure getting pagonged. I would be very, very surprised if, I think KJ, it's either KJ or Jordy next boot, for sure. I think the common sense would say Jordy, just because, like, obviously, like, he's this big target that should be taken out the first opportunity. But I could also see it turning to KJ, based on the preview did mention like Mark talking about wanting to get revenge on KJ and everything, and I could see that being like the storyline of this next episode, is that maybe like Jordy wins immunity and they go for KJ instead. And again, I've said this for a while with Shay, that I think Shay is like the final juror or something to that nature. Like that's where I see Shay going. So I think she'll probably survive for a bit. But I think Jordy and KJ are probably next boots. Saw something around Jordy's neck. Again, not surprising if he does win immunity. And then KJ's the boot.
Abbas sent no reinforcements.
Which one's better, Phil's boot or Jordan's boot? I think Jordan's.
Oh my god.
Again, Phil's boot, there was just like, just really underwhelming. Like, it's like Phil was, the kind of person that was like obviously mentioned really early on in the episode, as a potential boot, but then like they dropped like after like no real explanation on the show, outside of like, oh, they're weaker than everyone else. Jordan's here was a lot more interesting, even though I feel like the show didn't properly explain it, but yeah, I mean, because obviously like what happened here is they were trying to flush Sam's idol and then get Jordan out. But yeah, I did record the challenge season ranking. It's way too long. And right now I am focusing on the Australian Survivor review. I did record that as well. It took me 3 hours to record the challenge season ranking,
I should have expelled him 30 years
which
ago
is
when he tried to
insane.
steal the apple.
Like, it really shouldn't have. I'm very worried about the potential length
How do you know this?
of that video.
You're not there.
I married a master
But,
storyteller.
yeah, that'll be probably the... Well, again, I have to work on the Australian Survivor review first. I did record that on Friday. That is 2.5 hours up to episode 18. So that's going to be a long video as well. I'm looking at... I think it's probably going to be around the length of the 42 or 41 review, if not maybe like slightly longer. Are we talking CBS spoilers?
With luck, it has reached him already.
Probably not. I do know them, but
I almost pity him.
I probably would avoid it just in case anyone does want to remain unspoiled.
Help him to hear the truth.
As I walk these streets, I sense
But yeah, that is going on. Obviously, that has started filming.
not love.
Abbas has dismantled this place and robbed it of all joy.
Yeah, like, I'm expecting the challenge season ranking. I'm probably going to go out of my way to cut quite a bit. Just because I do feel like I went a bit too in-depth on seasons. To where, like, I think I'm probably going to try to make it at least under an hour and a half. For sure. I'm thinking, like, maybe, like, it's definitely going to be over an hour. I'll be, like, there's no fucking way I can cut it to less than an hour, I think. But if I can get to, like, maybe, like, 3 minutes a season...
Why was Seth killed?
Actually, no, fuck, that's like 2 hours. Never mind. What happened with the camera angle there, by the way? I'm looking at the replay on stream. But whatever. Yeah, I'm thinking, like, again, like, if I can get to, like, an hour and a half, I feel like that would be okay.
Surrender the apple, Altair, and I will tell you why your son was put to death.
Is nostalgic play as Altair in this game? Yeah, I mean, like, obviously I'm not taking it in right now, because, like, I'm barely paying attention to the actual game, but, if I'm playing this more casually, then, this is, like, one of the best elements of the game. Is how it wraps up Altair, Ezio, and Desmond's stories, or it wraps up Altair and Ezio's, and then progresses Desmond's all at once.
What?
What do I think happens in the next challenge for it too? So again, like, the press photos have come out, and with some investigation there, what I'm assuming happens is probably the circular is pretty far ahead, to where I suspect that they just blow out the other two teams, while, like, the other two teams are, like, stuck in the water. And I'm assuming that what happens is that the water gets, like, very turbulent, to where, like, I'm assuming what happens is that Jeff, like, stops the challenge, says, hey, we're gonna get you out of the water. I don't think it's anything that special, but that is what I'm assuming is gonna happen here. That's the first of them, like, them essentially, like, taking out a part of the challenge mid-challenge. Yeah, the thing is, like, if you follow Gamer, it's, like, hard to avoid spoilers. These Gamer just, like, post all the fucking spoilers. Okay. Is Mark still winning? Yes. Yeah, I think it would be very tough to see Mark not win this season at this point. Did I see the... Oh, no, I haven't. Supermassive announced a new game? So it does... The Quarry. Oh. Interesting. So that's like Like, is this more of a true Until Dawn style game? How did I not see this? This was 3 days ago. Yeah, I have just not seen this somehow. That seems cool. Published by 2K. Oh, it's coming out this summer? That seems super quick. June 10th. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested in playing it. I don't know if it's a game that I'm gonna go on my way to play right away, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna play it at some point. Yeah. How do I feel about Swati? I don't feel much about Swati. I'm a bit perplexed at her edit right now, where I feel like after episode 1, I feel like, well, actually immediately after episode 1 I was just kind of like whatever, but then after reanalyzing episode 1 I was like, okay, they really went out of their way to show Swati's introduction and then also her getting her way with the vote. So I felt pretty good there. This last episode, not as great. Where I feel like, because again, we have her targeting Drea, and I just feel like Drea is someone that I think is going to make it far. Like, Drea is someone that I expect to see a lot of longevity from. And if she's targeting Drea, and the show is actively going out of their way to show us her targeting Drea, I just don't think that's going to work out. Now Tori could be the fall person for that, but I don't expect that plan to go through.
She's gone, Darim. I'm sorry.
Where will Chrissy land on the player ranking? Probably not super high, but we'll have to see how the rest of the game plays out. If next episode she's actually trying to turn against Mark and Sam, then that's obviously going to be different than if she just rides her way to the end, is in the final 3 of Mark and Sam. But we'll have to see. Which tribe do I think is going to tribal?
We must leave at once.
Probably, I don't know, Ika or... I don't think... I would not be surprised if Taku doesn't go to tribal until the merge. I think at this point, I'd be very surprised if any of those 4 don't make the merge. So really, I think it's going to be Vati or the other one, or Ika from this point forward.
No!
I feel like there's more people I can see going immediately on Ika. Where I think Ika, I can see literally the entire tribe, except for Drea, go home in this next episode. I don't think those are out of the realm of possibility.
Was it the boss
but
who
with
killed my brother?
With the other tribe,
Malik,
I think the only people I can actually see going home soon are...
He will die.
One day he will pay. To be honest, it's probably all the women. Where I think Chanel, I can see it. I don't think it's gonna happen, considering she does seem to be one of the better positioned people in the game, or on the tribe with her relationship with Daniel. But I think Lydia and Jenny are definitely people that I could see being the next Boots if they go to tribal. Is Vati the new Luvu? Again, I think it's Taku that's going to be a new Luvu. Oh, are you saying that in terms of them never going tribal? I suspect that... I mean, I guess it could happen. That Vati never goes to tribal. How many more rounds do we have until the merge? 3, right? At least we have 3 people gone. So yeah, we have 3 more rounds. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could happen. Realistically, Ika could lose every challenge. Because I could definitely see, again, Tori, Roxroy, Swati, and one other person. And Romeo. I think all 4 of those people have potential to be early Boots. I think probably Romeo less so. But, again, I think Romeo is probably one of the least likely people to win. Really, I don't think anyone from Ika is winning. I would be pretty surprised. Alright, maybe we're back. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, just my internet just seemed to completely die there. So, that's not ideal. Again, it's so weird that it works so perfectly, the first stream. But, yeah, it just seems to be... I mean, even last stream, was a bit better. I mean, like, it was just like, obviously it died that one time, but like the rest of the stream was perfect. But yeah, it's so weird that it just seems to not be as consistent, which is so annoying. But again, if it crashes again, I think I'll try to hardwire it and see how that goes. But yeah, hopefully it just doesn't do that. That'll be ideal. Oh fuck, am I gonna have to redo the entire mission? Because I just realized I ended it like at the cutscene, didn't I? Whatever. Fuck off. Okay, I do have to redo it. Alright. Cast of the Quarry is David Arquette, Ted Rainey. Don't know who that is, I don't think. Ariel Winter, Brenda Song. So it's kind of similar to that of the other one. Was it Until Dawn? Where it's like it's kind of getting some notable names. And too bad, I guess that's every Supermassive game. Like really every Dark Pictures Anthology game also has like one or two notable names in it. So I guess that's just what they do. String Crash harder than Kyle's HOH. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, if it does it again, then I mean, I guess at that point, yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, I did watch the Hogwarts Legacy stuff, and like I'm kind of just like whatever on it. Like obviously, I'm not a big Harry Potter person, so I have no like real true attachment to it. But I was like interested in it because like this like open world story based RPG in the Harry Potter universe is just interesting. But yeah, I'm kind of just whatever. Like I mean, I'll probably play it. I'm not like dying to play it. I feel like there's other games I'm more hyped for over the course of the year. But yeah. I mean, it seems like a pretty like from what we've seen, it seems like a pretty like like I'm trying to think of like a good comparison of a game, but like it doesn't feel like it's not to something of like the Horizon sort of level. Like I'm not expecting that level of quality from it, but probably something a bit lower. But I mean, like first thing that comes to mind is Assassin's Creed Odyssey, just not Assassin's Creed. But I don't know. Seems like the game you always wanted. Again, hopefully it is for all the people that are into Harry Potter. But again, like I just don't really have much attachment to the series. Like I mean, like I enjoyed the first two movies. I never read the books. Like I really enjoyed the first two movies. I watched 3, 4, and 5 at the time, and they were fine. But then, like, I never watched the later movies until a lot more recently. And like, it's a series that I would love to do like Harry Potter film ranking or something. I would love to like actually watch them from beginning to end now, and then rank them and do a video on that. But yeah, it's just that I haven't done it yet. Combat seems very controlled. Yeah, I mean, like, you kind of have to Harry Potter, right? You kind of have to have less. You can't really have like true melee combat, so you have to use like magic and all that sort of stuff. And obviously, that kind of correlates to in Star Wars. Yeah, I was the opposite. I was always more into Star Wars, but even then, I wasn't like a massive Star Wars fan. Like I had watched all the movies, I enjoyed them, but they were never like these movies that I would rewatch over and over again. Actually, what was the series that I was super into when I was a kid in terms of movies? I love National Treasure. That's something. I'm sure there is, like, I just like can't think of right away. I'm trying to look at my Blu-ray collection and see if there's anything that pops out in terms of like what movie franchise I was into. Actually, I don't know. I really don't know. I loved Rush Hour when I was a kid. That's a thing. Do you know how to play? Yeah, I think I answered that before. Or maybe it cut out. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, she's like number 4 out of the people that are left in the... Or that have already left the game. And definitely had the potential to be a lot higher. It's just that she's been so far gone that it's like kind of tough to put her above like these people that made the merge, and we've seen more of their games. I mean, too far for someone like a Jordan, to a degree, I guess.
It is a European variation. Aroko.
It's interesting. It's than your opponent.
It's so weird, like playing a game on stream that I like, that I like really respect to the degree of like something like Revelations, like in the way that like I respect the way it's written and everything. Yeah, I just like talk over it like it's just nothing. Okay, but Chrissy in the preview is looking like she's well. Yeah, that's what that's what I'm saying. Like with Chrissy, I think in terms of her on the player ranking at this point, I mean, like no matter what, I don't see her being like at the top of the list. Like I think no matter what, people like a Mark, Sam, Josh, probably even a Jordy will be higher. Probably even a KJ maybe. Shay, maybe. Actually, I don't know. Is Shay gonna be higher? Actually, isn't even KJ. I mean, like, I guess Chrissy's like, but yeah, like, I'm assuming the move's not going to go anywhere. And if it does, I just think Mark and Sam are going to use one of their idols. Mark for sure is not going home. Sam could potentially go home. But if she does, I suspect that they're not going to use either of their idols when she does.
Tarek knows where the rifles are headed.
What's the April schedule? It is fucked. That is what the April schedule is. First half of it is mid-season power rankings and Australian Survivor stuff. And back half is the what final juror rank for Big Brother, the 2 worst player of all time videos, and then
Are you sure?
Survivor essay, final juror ranking. And my Mass Effect Trilogy squad mate ranking. Yeah, really, the rest of this month is like not the greatest either. Got the Mass Effect Andromeda video coming out on Wednesday. The recasting Survivor All-Star video coming out on Saturday, and then next Wednesday is the final video for March, which is the BBCAN final juror ranking. Okay. Oh, fuck, I hate this mission. I didn't realize that this is the mission I'm at. Alright, well, this is gonna be fun. Fuck off. Is May better than April? Not particularly. I mean, depends on what you consider better. Like, April, or May is pretty much entirely, like, player rankings. There's, 5 player rankings coming out in May? Out of 8 videos? Is that right? Holy shit, yeah. There's 8 videos in May. 5 of them are player rankings. So that's something. But yeah, you got the Australian Survivor 2002 player ranking, then BBCAN10 season review and player ranking, 42 season review and player ranking, Survivor Marquesas player ranking, and then Survivor UK Panama player ranking. So May is entirely season reviews and player rankings. Really, June is kind of where the channel gets to breathe a bit. Where it's really that time in between when Big Brother starts, where it's a lot more random video, not random, but like a lot more videos that aren't tied to the current events. Again, that's currently where the challenge season ranking is placed, but we'll see. Got the US Big Brother US player winner ranking. I'll have to do some adjustment on the Survivor videos that are coming out, because I don't think I really like locked in what exact Survivor videos are going to be there. But yeah, I'm trying to look at the schedule. Actually, the schedule's like kind of fucked just throughout. Like, there's just so many videos that I just cannot work on right now. Oh, Kyle knows he's going up? I did hear they were going to tell him tomorrow morning, but, like, did he, like, figure it out on his own now, or did they just, like, tell him early? But either way, I feel like he's definitely gonna... He's gonna do something. I don't know if it'll be anything effective. It'll be hilarious, though, if he saves himself. That Survivor's ending in June? I very much doubt it. with the way that TV works, I would suspect that we're probably going to get some double boot episodes. Not double boot episode, but like 2 episodes back to back, I should say. And I think we're still probably going to end mid-May, because that's just how TV works. Am I actually going to get this? What? Whoa. I actually got that first try. Whatever. Do I have any challenge video ideas that aren't season reviews? I have challenge video ideas. I don't have anything on the actual schedule though.
Selim understands our plight.
But like, there's definitely things I want to do. Like, I'd love to do some casting videos, ranking like top 10 players, that sort of thing.
Listen, Selim is a warrior.
Winner rankings of like individual winners, that sort of thing. Am I actually gonna do it? I mean, I will, but just like when. Have I ever played Overwatch? No, I have not. Don't really have much interest in it either. It did win Game of the Year over Uncharted 4 though, so that's something. Is Cal Moore worse than Cal Moore? Again, like, I don't think last season's Cal Moore is not a bad player. Like, last year's Cal Moore is actually probably one of the better, like, players on the cast. So it's like, I think that Cal Moore is actually, like, and I feel like he's being remembered as, like, this bad player, which I feel like is kind of weird, that, like, and maybe it's because, like, he's fucking boring. He definitely is. Like, he's the most boring person on the cast. But in terms of, like, his quality of a player, like, he is definitely, like, one of the better players there. While this Cal Moore is just, like, just all around bad. It's like, it's so weird though, like, because like when I get around to the player ranking, I don't know what to do with him, especially if he goes home this week. Where it's like, he played like a pretty solid first 2 weeks.
He is like a moth hovering around an open flame, waiting for his father to
and it's like, even like coming out of his HOH, like there are other people that have been worse positioned coming out of their HOH weeks than Kyle. The problem is that he's probably has one of the biggest like downfalls of any HOH. Where like basing their like position coming into the HOH, and then their position coming out of it, he has one of the biggest downfalls in the history of the show. And then like obviously with this week, where his own like number 1 ally is putting him on the block and sending him out, that's really fucking bad. So I don't know. Because like there are definitely positives there. It's just that there are like massive negatives. So like I think in terms of like comparing him to like a Melina, or like comparing him to Jay, I feel like those comparisons are very tough. And even someone like a Steph, like even though I think Steph did very, like I don't think she did that much wrong to cause her eventual boot. Like at least Kyle was a much more active player, and was playing like actively well for the first 2 weeks. So it's like, I don't know. Name 2 ideas I got for a challenge. I literally just stated them, didn't I? Like ranking individual winners, top 10 male competitors, top 10 female competitors, casting rivals 4, casting Ballad EXs 3. It's like stuff like that. Yeah, I did see that Melina, Jay, and Steph are hanging out with the alumni.
Tariq, a message for you.
Being Regala and Horizon. Yeah, so you're pretty close to the end then.
Are they still with him?
Evet. They will contact us when the Byzantines decamp. Then we will meet.
Bloodlines 2 I think is tough. Again, any Bloodlines or Blood vs. Water season is just tough to do a video on. Just because like we don't know as like a fan base all these people's connections. Like we don't know all of their relatives and all these people that like casting themselves would be able to get a hold of. So I mind you, like Survivor's at least easier because there are obviously family visits and whatnot. But yeah, like with the challenge, I don't know how I would even do it. Marianne wins. It's the Tony edit. Maybe? Like, I think it'll be a Tony edit in terms of it being, oh fuck, I'm an idiot. Just not paying attention. Oh, well that worked out. Whatever. It'll be a bit of a strange winner edit. Especially considering, like, she doesn't really have, like, any established relationships at this point. Or, like, even Tony, by this point in the season, at least had, Trish and, Sarah being set up as relationships for him. Again, like, she's, like, not out of the running, but she's definitely, like, bottom of the people that I think are in the running. Never once talked to or met the Gauntlet Run people. Yeah, Nell's part of it. Gauntlet runs are fucking dumb. I hate them so much. Especially super annoying because, like, it's essentially like Mario Kart rules, where, like, no matter what, the people in the back always catch up to you, even if you're, like, way out in front. And really, it ends up being, like, only the last, like, 15, 20 seconds that actually matter. So it's like if you lose a gauntlet run, it's like all like down to 20 seconds after like 3 minutes of doing other shit.
I am getting tired of this uniform.
Can I? Thank you. Forever. Is it confirmed to be a 7 or 9 person jury? BBCAN, it's not confirmed at all. It'll be interesting to see what they do because like we only had a 7 person jury, and that was actually the last time we had 16 people, I believe, right? So, oh, I mean outside BBCAN 8, which obviously didn't finish. So, yeah, like we don't know exactly. If I were to put money on it, I would probably say 9. But like I can definitely see them doing 7, especially considering obviously Arissa is a bit tapped in to the online community, and I feel like the online community is more so pro smaller juries. So who knows? Thoughts on Jordan Blindside? Like I was personally surprised from like an editing standpoint, but like in game it makes sense. If you're trying to avoid Sam's idol. Again, really overpowered advantage, especially in this one specific situation where 3 people from Purgatory just came back. Where essentially this advantage guarantees that if a person from Purgatory gets